YouTube. Okay, now if you're anything like me, you're trying to do things on a budget because you don't have any options in that. Doing the squares, the triangles in here, really chews up a sheet of plywood really fast. I mean, you get two triangles out of a piece of plywood. These squares are only going to be, I don't know, 40 inches by 42 to 49 inches or whatever on this size here, but whatever it happens to be for your dome, doesn't really matter. In order to stretch the plywood a little bit, what I'm doing is I put in as many of the larger squares as I could. I've got about two extra sheets that I'm trying to reserve to use to make my grow beds, which I'll go into that more later. But for right now, just take a piece of scrap plywood that you have that'll cover about half of one of these triangles and cut it, take it up there and scribe it on just so it fits. I mean, you have to figure out how you're going to get it to fit is your own way. But anyways, I got a piece here I've already pre-cut, and I scribed it to where it fits about half of the triangle. And then you can go ahead and screw the screw it on. I'm not going to screw the whole thing on for you, but I'm going to just make sure it's tight so we can go to the next part, just so it doesn't go anywhere. On this side, because that's what I'm going to be showing you. Like I said, screwing is really a much better way to go. Nails are nice, but you have to take things in and out. Screws come out back out a lot easier. Then just take a piece of wood. Kayla, have that board down there, will you?
This one?
Yeah. See, it's good to have grandkids come by and check things out too. Anyways, it doesn't matter where the shape of it is. If it's over here or something like that, just take the board, put it approximately where it's going to go, and then start eyeballing it. Whoop. Oh, my pencil, oh, here it is. Anyway, just kind of eyeball where it goes and cut it. Now cut it long to start with because you're measured on the bottom and it's going to the top, and the top's just out a little bit more, so you want to cut it long. It's easier to cut things short, but you can cut it 3 or 4 times. Once it's short, it's never going to get any longer. Anyways, so you measure, scribe it to fit, and I got one here I already pre-done, and put it up there where you want it to go. This way or that way, this way. Okay. I'm using different types of screws here. Where's my little tip? Dale, do you see a little tip down there somewhere? Well, that's okay. Yeah. Oh, I must have picked it off. Well, that's alright. Anyways, I'll just use the other one. It's quite alright. And then once you get it up there, get your screws started. Where it's going to go. Oh, there you are, out there, okay. And then you just sit in and screw it. But don't... Plywood holds it just fine. Screw it all the way around. And then use your longer 3-inch screws, go through the struts into it. And which I already have here, but it's a different type bit. Here it is. And you just screw these in. Then you can look around for another piece of plywood to set up there and do the same thing in reverse. Just scribe it where it's going to go. Make sure you only go halfway. Get 3/4, leave 3/4 because it's only 1.5 wide. The struts are. Screw it on the next piece, and as you can see in here, I've done it a couple times. Like right up here. See, there's a whole one, and these are 2 separate pieces. And so I was able to do that with the scrap wood. The other one right here. And then in the door I'm using some scrap and everything too, and I'm using pretty much the same methodology. Right here. And then I had a spare one I just put right there. And that's the way to stretch plywood a little bit. Done with that tip.